M0FXB. So we're on part 2 of this hotspot here. So our problem was that the hat we had before, this one had the antenna soldered to it, and I didn't really want to desolder it. So sticking up too much to get underneath this case here, and had an OLED screen. But okay, so if we don't have an antenna, it ends up looking like this. So this is the one I've got, 20 quid from China. I know everyone complains about these, but I'm telling you, I've had 5 or 6 and they all work good. Luckily, this one has actually come with the 2 headers. In the past, I've had to solder them on. So thanks for that. So the next thing is, okay, antenna. We need to be able to get this in there, in this gap here, and get this lid on, and have room for an antenna. Now, my friend Carl at DV Mega has sent me this. This is a 70 centimeter antenna. I've seen these in G7RPG's micronodes, and I will show you what that looks like. But that's how it's going to look. But we can bend it, of course, because we need to get it to fit. So we might end up doing it, I don't know, we're going to have to work it out. We might even end up having to go from underneath and do it like that. If that's going to fit, that's better than nothing, isn't it? So I think that's probably what we'll do. I just need to work out if that's going to fit. So I'm going to show you inside this to see if it will fit first. So I think we have a plan. We've took the top off. Just a couple of screws here and here. We've got screws here that's going to hold the side on. So we have a plan. It looks to me like, if you look here, it's not the best, but come on, it's only for home. I can solder that there. I'll just poke through here. I'll just put solder. I'm not going to worry about the earth at the moment. I'm going to speak to someone about whether I even need to join the earth. I don't think I do. This is covered in like a film, so we're not going to get a short. I'm just going to solder it like that. Then that is going to go here. Like so. And just line it all up. We've already got the SD card image on the here. Yeah, so that's done. There's a process to that. So now, imagine that this is going to be underneath now, and there is room. I've looked. Now we can get the lid on. Yeah, we can get the lid on. No problem now. Then it's just a matter of, obviously, because to connect the screen to this, if the side is on, you're going to have the wires sticking out. So I've got options. I could either cut a piece out, which I think will spoil it. If I cut a piece out and put it round the other way, and then I think it will fit. So I might do that. Just get a hacksaw and just cut here. Cut this out. Or I can literally just get some sealant, and I can just seal this in like that. So what we're going to do is get the thing up and running. I'll show you a video of how. The other thing we got to do, annoyingly, is at the top here, we need to add the pins, and I'll show you them I'll show you in a sec. The pins have to go, I can't remember now, it's either here or here. I'll have a closer look a minute. Let me just check. Right, you can see it now. So the pins go, we'll try and zoom in a bit. The pins go here. Can you see it says, at the bottom there, here, it says ground, TX, RX, then 5 volt. So the pins, these ones go, ground is black, TX, RX is blue and yellow. You can flip which one it is. And then the volt one is the red wire. So we basically, if we want it to be all in-house, all inside the case, we need to put some pins in here and solder them in. I've done that before. It's a bit annoying because I'm always worried about breaking something. We could just, for now, if I want, just to save hassle, leave the side off. Because look, we've got the connector there on the side. Oh, actually, on a pi4, they're different connectors. So we'd have to go, we literally would have to go on the out, we'd have to go. Let's have a look now. So I'm thinking out loud a bit, but that would go here. We'd put it on a converter. It sort of has to go that way round. So we'd put it on a converter and we'd plug it in here. But I don't really want to do that. I want to add these pins here. I'm going to go out now. I'm going to solder the antenna and the pins, and then come back and keep going. Right, we're here. Soldering iron on the go. I've got old-fashioned ones. I've got this one here with quite a point. We'll try it. Flux-wise, we just use a bit of this. I do always put too much on. So first step is we're going to just add this antenna to we're going to basically stick it out from the inside. I'll probably put some sellotape to hold it in place, because we want it to sort of stay where it is. So this gap here that's created by these two connectors will, will make us have room for the antenna. So a bit of tape on, lodge a bit of flux there. I keep spilling these fluxy things. They cost a lot, and I keep spilling them. So anyway, flux there. I know it's way too much, but always screw the lid back on these, because when they fall over, it's really annoying that you lose all the flux. Okay, so let's tin it. Okay, that went okay. Quite happy with that. Look at that. Not bad at all. We'll take the tape off in a bit. Next is we need to get some pins for this one here. So let's go and find some pins. So I found these. There are too many, but I'm just going to chop 2 off. I'll just cut it with a hacksaw or something, and I'm just going to put the whole lot there in that gap, because it's quite hard to cut that in half, isn't it? Okay, so we got the pins on where the Annexion screen is going to fit. Now we can connect it under or above, I've realised, and I've done it, soldered it in a way where that can happen. And then if we look underneath, there's my antenna. Let's take the tape off. There's the antenna. I might leave the tape underneath it just to make sure I know it's not going to short. Right, let's get that. There you are, antenna, pins, so we're good to go. Yeah, so let's move away from my sort of soldering area. So in the end, we've soldered the wires direct to the pins. It just made more sense. So now we're going to sort of piece it together and see if the thing even works. All we do is just put the hat back on here. We've got the hat on there, look. Just double check that the pins are all lined up. They're not overlapping and stuff. Pins there, and then we'll get the head unit here. Just plug it in, and let's just boot it. We've got the SD card in. So let's just, the end goal, we're going to decide what we do with the side at the end, but the end goal is we're going to have this nice, neat little package, no antenna in sight, hotspot. So let's just fire it up, and let's see if it even works in this state here. Let me just grab some power. Right, so let's get some power on this. Right, let's plug in the power. A second. Right, so we can see that it's upside down, so we can turn that round in a minute. Let's just see if the thing boots and acts like a hotspot a minute. We've got an SD card in there. I'll just turn it the other way around so we can see it. Right, we just put it out, but eventually I'll turn the screw around so it's all facing the right way. This is an old hat that I found from years ago. It could be a TJC screen. Let's have a look, see if it boots. The upside is that the screen has come on, which means the soldering that I did work. Right, we're getting some joy. It's not liking that screen too much. We've got all the wires that are around. What's happening, although it's linking on my hotspot, you can see it's linking there. It says reflector C+, and if we do config, there's the antenna type that I've used, but this is an all-star node by G7RPG. So we're getting things to work, but it's not, for some reason, it's almost like it's not connecting to the internet, so we're still trying. Okay, we had some success, finally. Just keep trying and rebooting and everything, and eventually it's working. So now we're going to see if we get contact, then put it back together. And we're showing up on the dashboard now that it's connected. Let's see, it does say not linked, so let's see if we can get it linked, but at the moment it's sort of working. All the info on the screen is on there, so let's just key it, see if we get any info back.
Linking to RE F030 Charlie.
Okay, so it's getting there. It just needs to link. Maybe someone's talking. We'll keep trying, but then we'll put the thing together. But just so you can see, the antenna is under there, looking very cute. And you can see the wires are soldered here. And to get them the right way around, look. Red, blue, yellow, black. And on the screen they are backwards. So red is 5 volt, blue is TX, yellow RX, and then ground. And we could change the screen on this just by using an SD card, because we have soldered it. But no, I think I quite like it. It's a little bit different. I've had it quite a while, that screen. And we're on the D74. So what we're going to do is just tell it to link. So we're going to key up, telling it to link, and let's see if it does. We'll select reboot, because that normally can help. If you look, I've got some tape here on the screen, some sellotape. I can get that off just by warming it up with a hairdryer, and that'll get it off. And then, you know, rubbing it and it'll come off. Okay, that worked. A reboot. It's coming in there. Right, let's put it together. Okay, we're starting to piece it together. We've got the screws in this side now. Then we're just going to decide how we're going to do the side bit now. So the side bit has screws, top and bottom. Yeah, these cases, you can get these on eBay, these cases are £25 basically. But there's a lot of modification you've got to do to get them to fit. Anyway, so it won't fit unless I cut the side out basically. So yeah, it's going to be a matter of cutting that groove out where there's already a hole and turning it upside down. It means I won't have a slit for the SD card. Right, so we've cut a piece out, as you can see here. Right, so in summary about this case here by Digitech on eBay. Even after soldering the wires for the Nextion screen to the board and adding a tiny little antenna so it all fits inside, when it comes to the end part, you still have to try and really cut open a hole to allow for the connector. But you do have to, really, to me, that the connector does have to be removed. And even when it is, you still can't get the side on. Why can't you get the side on? Because the screws that go down to the plate, well, the plate won't push in all the way because the edge of the screen is stopping it. As you can see there, the edge of that screen stops the screws from allowing this to sit flush. Even when you push it in all the way and you go down, it's still not doing it. So to me, it is not usable as an MMDVM hat. This is what I think. Yeah, and so yeah, let me know if I've done anything wrong, but to me, it's not usable. You have to cut it, you have to basically bodge it, and it still doesn't fit properly and flush. Anyway, 7-3, it's been fun. All the best.